Welcome back to another episode of Two Daddies Judging Baddies, where two everyday normal dads read stories of people on the internet and then we judge them.
Judging Baddies.
Judging Baddies. There we go. Fuck me. I always either do it too fast or then I'll do it too slow, but I'll add something in where the Judging Baddies is left behind.
We just love the uniqueness of every podcast.
The unique. It's always, that is right though. It's like a fingerprint. They're all different.
Till we get the board and then we're like, Judging Baddies. Trigger warning, not safe for work.
And then every new listener that tunes in is just like, I'm fuck this.
This
is
be like
awful.
A brand new morning show.
There we go. Yeah, there you go. Oh, welcome back to another episode of Two Daddies Judging Baddies.
Judging Baddies.
Where we read internet stories and play cool music from the classic 70s.
Wah, wah, wah.
So if you ladies and gentlemen are ready to tune in to some easy listening, here is some 70s song because Mike can't think of anything. Off cuff.
Happy Christmas Eve.
Yeah. Is it Happy Christmas Eve or Merry Christmas Eve?
Oh, yeah. Happy's the woke side. So Merry Christmas Eve.
Oh, yeah. We don't like that. Happy Holiday Eve. Ooh, get that out of my vernacular.
There's only one holiday that happens during the month of December. And that's Jesus' birthday.
When I see Happy Holiday, I see red. When someone tells me that, I just lose it. I get back in my diesel truck and I get angry.
Well, I also, like, that's the funny thing, though, is there are people that are so along the left that if somebody says Merry Christmas, they, like, get, like, it's happy. There's happy holidays. There's a bunch of them.
And then they just start naming like 50 Cent because they remember that. And then like they turn around and go, black person. Oh, fuck.
Well, it's so wild just because like both sides getting bent out of shape about that is just crazy. Like it's fucking crazy. Like,
I don't know. One side just neglects to believe that there's other people in this country. And then the other side is just like, I want them to see that I see
everybody's included.
I want them to see that I see them. So it's just two sides of
a lame ass coin.
Yeah. It's like, well, anytime you meet a person, you just flip it and see what you're going to get.
Well, it makes it awkward because there was something that I was picking up some stuff off of Facebook Marketplace, and like he was a Southern gentleman, so I was just like, Merry Christmas, and I'm like, why is it got to be like, why am I even like thinking about whether I say happy holidays or fucking Merry? Like it shouldn't fucking matter at all to anybody at all. Like if you don't celebrate Christmas, okay. Just be like, oh, happy Hanukkah.
Happy holidays. And you're like, bring that back. Come here. Let's re-exchange this. Refund.
I want my item back and you take your money.
I want you to fuck off of my property.
I mean, that could have happened.
Yeah. And today's it's such a weird reality we live in. Such a weird...
I got to be mad about something, Mike.
Yeah, we got to be upset. If you're not upset, are you really living? Would I be the asshole for taking my friend's ex as my date to her wedding after I got kicked out of her wedding party?
Okay, run that one back.
Would I be the asshole for taking my friend's ex...
Okay, it's your friend's ex-girlfriend...
as my date...
to
her wedding after I got kicked out of her wedding party?
Yes. Pretty simple.
Yes. This sounds...
The ex shouldn't be at the wedding, period.
Would I be the asshole for taking my friend's ex as my date?
She's the bride and she had an ex-boyfriend and now you're going to bring that ex-boyfriend, you would definitely be the asshole.
My friend is marrying my ex-boyfriend of 4 years.
Okay.
We have never had, like, I love that. I love when the first sentence is like, whoa, wait a minute, we have a story.
We
have a story.
There's more details needed in this.
It has been pretty awkward. I was kicked out of her wedding party because I was uncomfortable wearing a very revealing bridesmaid gown. This wasn't that big of a deal as we're not exactly close since she got with my ex. However, she still expects me to take on all duties of a bridesmaid. I told her that this was ridiculous and she needed to find a new bridesmaid. She then almost uninvited me from the wedding, but instead decided I could go if I follow a very specific set of rules. I was absolutely crushed as I was still looking forward to the wedding, even if I wasn't going to be in it. Stop flip-flopping. I don't like this. Like, ooh, you're marrying my ex. We're not close anymore. I'm so excited for this wedding. What is happening? Why can't people just be like, we're not friends anymore?
Mike, you have to think back to when she was 6. She met this guy and they had this summer fling. It's not the guy in the story, but it pertains. You just have to follow along this whole story.
Right. It's going to make sense in a minute. Okay?
Once all of it comes together.
It's going to make sense in a minute. So that 6-year-old, his brother who is 19 years old. When I was 13, we started dating. And then you're sitting there doing math and you're like, okay, you were sexually assaulted and keep going. So still, we're not at the part where we need to be at, okay?
This guy's still not in here. Like,
Yeah,
he's
so
not.
the 19-year-old, his third cousin's brother once removed. That is the ex. I dated him for 4 years. So wait a minute, okay? Because his cousin's best friend, that's who I was best friends with. So then she started dating him. Now, this wouldn't be a problem, but when I was 7, stay with me. When I was 7, I was going through this thing, okay? And I had started meeting this therapist.
We digress and we continue. We digress and we continue. We digress and we continue.
You can't say that.
I feel like it's like does this thing open like that way? Yeah. I feel like it's me like holding a cross, and that's the only way to like get you off of a tangent is like, we digress and we continue.
Well,
we digress and we continue.
I was doing the funny part.
I know, and it was 4 minutes in and it was funny. It
gets
hilarious.
more funny as it keeps going. I found out through a mutual friend who was still in the wedding party, the bride continuously makes fun of me and talks shit about me constantly. How's that shocking? How's that shocking? They're dating they're marrying your ex. And so do several of the other bridesmaids. I was about to just not go when I ran into the bride's ex, who was also invited to the wedding. He's the groom's cousin. See, it's all. Can
we draw a map? Like, because I'm lost in this. I have no idea what's going on. Okay, so we have the friends. So we'll do. I need to sharpen this pencil. 1 second.
He's sitting there whittling a fucking pencil.
All right. Wait, still a little bit more. Did you never sharpen knives with a knife? All right, so we have the friend and the other friend.
Uh-huh.
So these are both female friends. And then now we have the
ex.
So we're going to call him the groom. Yep. So he's a G, and they dated. Now they're exed.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So now we have another guy coming in. He's the groom's cousin.
So this is we'll put male, and he is cousin.
And then he is ex to the bride.
X.
Which now makes the tangent that I went on infinitely more funny.
Yeah, it was great. You were long in the tooth.
So that's where we're at right now, okay?
That's it?
Yep.
That's a pretty easy breakdown so far.
He was also kicked out of the wedding party and was given a list of rules to follow. He and I have decided we're going to go together and have fun breaking as many rules as we can.
Oh, snarked.
Snark 'em. Snarked.
Snarky.
Such as wearing what we want to wear, drinking at the open bar, and talking to whoever we want to.
Oh my goodness.
And dancing. And in all caps it says, we're not allowed to dance.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, it says in all caps, we're not allowed to dance. Oh, Carl. It's going to be so funny. This is how me and Carl met. Nothing we would do would distract from the bride's big day, and other than breaking the ridiculous petty rules that we're supposed to follow. We're also both at the point where we're both ready to sever ties with the bride and groom. How did that now at the point? Would we be assholes? Sorry if this was scattered. A lot happened in the past month, and her wedding is in 3 weeks. Thanks in advance. I'm willing to accept my judgment. All right, judges, I have given you the table. All right, sharks. So now that you see our product, what are you willing to invest? I hope you all move to fucking like New Jersey or something like that.
They're all in like West Virginia because they're probably cousins to each other. And
well, then he started dating the prettier cousin. I didn't like that.
Why are you having exes go to your wedding?
Because they're related.
But
that's
they're
why
not.
The groom's doing it. Like that's his cousin.
That's his cousin. But fuck you. You dated the girl that I'm marrying. Like you don't got to be there. You don't.
You married the girl that I'm dating. Oh well, yeah. I'm fucking. It's all
like I'm dating the girl. I'm getting married to the girl that you once dated.
Is it an accurate judgment if it says I'm just glad I don't know any of you people?
Yeah,
100%. I think that's a great.
I don't think they'd be the asshole because like they're being weird about like what you can do when you go
down there and dance it up. Really show them. Oh my god!
It would be funny if like they started like hooking up like in front of everybody and make the wedding day
right
about them being like, oh, they found love.
Right. Yeah. Like just beating cheeks, and there's some old lady right there, and it's like, that's how I met my Richard right there.
I chimed in with the haven't you people ever heard of?
Fucking in the goddamn pews. Oh. The preacher is now beating his meat.
Inside the confession booth. That's only Catholics, though. All right. Am I the asshole for refusing to share my extra income with my wife when she didn't share hers with me when she earned more?
Oh, I'm so glad I'm not in a marriage like this.
When my wife, 32 female, and I, 32 male, got married 8 years ago, he added some extra H's in there. She made about $15,000 more per year than I did. Our agreement at the time was that we'd keep separate checking accounts plus a joint for household expenses, with the understanding that the money left over after contributions to household expenses, savings, retirement, etc. would be put in the separate bank accounts and we could spend it how we wanted. My wife was the one who insisted on this, and although I was not a fan, I wanted joint accounts for all funds. I agreed since she felt strongly about it. A few years after we were married, I decided to go to law school. Long story short, I ended up at a big law firm and now earn about 4 times what my wife does. Since I managed not to go into debt, I have a good bit of money left over after I make my contributions to our joint expenses. My wife asked me to reconsider this arrangement. She doesn't feel like it's fair that I get to buy most of the things I want while she is on a much more limited budget. And I told her I would not reconsider it since this is what she wanted originally. I think fair is fair since this was her idea, but I do wonder if I'm wrong for refusing to reconsider our financial arrangement. So, am I the asshole?
Get divorced, guys. God damn. Like, it's so crazy to hear stories like this. Just get divorced. Just get divorced, because he's like, you know, even if he was like, well, I'm not doing this in a spiteful way because of how the marriage started, he's bringing it up, which means that he's doing it. You know what I'm saying? He's like, well, she didn't share funds with me. I'm not sharing funds with her, which cool. I mean, I guess it doesn't make him an asshole or anything like that, but
see, I'm cool with the separate accounts. Like, I'm cool with that. Like, have your joint account, do all that stuff. I think that, you know, if you want to put money in savings, like, basically you guys should set an allowance for yourselves. And whatever money is extra, you guys split that as an allowance. So you're not blowing through 10 grand a month. You have, like, you know, $1,000 of play money and both of you, like, contribute to it. Like, but you guys should overall be trying to, like, put your money into a big pool so you can retire or go on vacations, and all that stuff is all joint stuff. And then your, like, fun money, yeah, if you want to put $1,000, she has $1,000, and then you guys get to do whatever you want with that. That's fine. But, like, because I do see, like, there's people in a relationship that are good at using money, and then there's people that aren't. And so, like, if you get your allowance account up to $15,000 and you want to go out and buy a fucking motorcycle or whatever, that's fine, because you didn't spend your $1,000 each month. You saved it, so you get that. And, you know, she likes Starbucks a lot, so her $1,000 is gone at the end of every month. That's fine.
Starbucks is expensive.
Fucking, my daughter tried to, I got home from dropping you off yesterday, and my wife does this to me all the time. She was just like, didn't you want to ask your dad a question? She didn't remember it. Like, why? And so then
right there in front too, to make just a.
And so my daughter's like, what? And then she's like, Starbucks. And then she's like, oh yeah, can I go get some boba? And I was like, fuck. Like, why am I the one that's in charge of this? Like, I am definitely of the, I'm willing to pay for experiences, but, like, making pee and poop is the least of experiences, especially fucking Chick-fil-A and Starbucks. It's so
Right.
basic of, like, why spend $30 when we could make a chicken sandwich at home for, you know, the whole family could eat for 10, but we're going to go spend 30 at Chick-fil-A. Like, I'm not that guy.
So you ain't got the boba?
She forgot about it instantly.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Had to show me, like, some clothes that her and her mom went out and bought. So,
And then just like this.
gone.
Yep.
Boba did not exist anymore.
My daughter, she went through a boba tea thing. And then she was just like, I like regular drink more than I like these bobas. Like, people drink them, but they're not that good.
I love pudding. You throw tapioca pudding in front of me, I'm like, I don't want this at all. Like, it's like little fish eggs.
I don't even count it as pudding. Don't even have that in the breath of pudding.
But that's what
If you
they
say,
are.
hey,
Like,
do you want some pudding? And I say yes, and you hand me tapioca, I'm going to slap you because you should have just said tapioca.
yeah, it's not
Not the same.
it's not banana pudding, it's not vanilla, it's not chocolate, it's not butterscotch.
Smirch the name of pudding. Yeah.
The one
And then they're like, we're going to throw it in some tea that I don't know how to describe the flavor, but it's like we thought, like we had a guy think of, it was like, all right, think of what a banana tastes like. Make it with all this different kind of stuff. No bananas, make it with this. And you're just like, does that taste like banana? And you're like, no, but we'll fucking slap it on there.
Close enough.
It's so nasty.
Oh, the banana joke makes me think of the knock knock joke that my daughter told me. And then do you want to hear a funny knock knock joke from Lucas the Spider?
Yeah.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Little old lady.
Little old lady who?
I didn't know you could yodel.
Little old lady. Okay, yeah. And I even fucked it up, so it kind of did sound like I was.
It was solid.
Kind of did sound like I fucked up yodeling, so.
I think there was one more. What was it? Oh, yeah. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Europe.
Europe who?
No, Europe who.
That's a good one. That is a good one. Knock knock.
Who's there?
R. Kelly.
R. Kelly who?
Gotcha, bitch.
The funny thing is when my daughter tells the little old lady one, she's like, little lady, I'm like, you got to say it so that they can then say it back to you. You can't just like, I get that you're excited for this joke, but in order to set it up properly, they have to be able to say the term back to you. So when you say little old lady, make sure they understand little old lady. So then they say little old lady who, and then you say, I didn't know you could yodel. But she's just so excited. She's a little old lady.
So am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend's friend to watch her mouth when she insinuated that my girlfriend isn't a real woman? I went on a dinner double date with my girlfriend's friend Amy, and Amy's boyfriend. We're all in our early 20s. My girlfriend hangs out with Amy quite often. Quamey-eyed often. Yeah. I see her from time to time, but I've never cared for her cheeky little attitude.
Oh, she's so cheeky.
Dinner date was going all right until Amy's boyfriend innocently commented on how little my girlfriend ate. She usually gives me half her appetizer. After that, Amy, who that voice doesn't have a girlfriend. After that, Amy, who isn't stick thin like my girlfriend, snidely remarked that my girlfriend wouldn't need fake boobs if she ate like a real woman. That doesn't feel like a sentence anybody's ever said unless we're talking about like a fat gremlin of a person.
She's skinny shaming.
Yeah,
she's
fat gremlin of a person who's just like, why do you need fake boobs for? Look, I'm not.
I mean, big girls do pack some chesticles.
I love me some all natural.
Yeah.
But who doesn't dip into the, you know what I'm saying, the artificial stuff? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, artificial, natural, everybody loves everything. Like, you're not going to, like, there's never going to be a guy, you're going to be like, you want to see my boobs? And they're going to be like, whoa, are they real or are they fake? They're not going to care. You could have one that hangs a little higher than the other one. You can have them where, they go off to the side, and guess what that guy's going to go? Nice. Fuck yeah. My day has been made. That's the power of boobs.
Can't believe they're skinny shaming her.
I loudly told her to watch her fat goddamn mouth, and that her comments was both rude and unnecessary.
Did she say fat goddamn mouth?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Her?
To watch her fat goddamn mouth, and that her comments was both rude and unnecessary. Amy isn't overweight by most standards, but that adjective slipped out because of what she said prior. Many people turn their eyes towards us. My girlfriend and Amy's boyfriend tried to quell the ruckus, but Amy got up and told me to have fun with my Barbie doll. My girlfriend is so much prettier than all these other girls. Before she mentioned Amy's boyfriend to get up and leave with her. Don't worry, you pay before you get your food at this restaurant. My girlfriend and I talked about Amy.
Were you worried about how they were going to pay for that meal?
Right, yeah.
Like, oh no.
Don't worry, Reddit. This was handled already. My girlfriend and I talked about Amy. She kept saying Amy and some of her friends make those comments all the time, and they don't mean anything to be derogatory. I imagine just like a herd of bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like a pack of wildebeest-back bitches. Like just if you see somebody and they're like big and fat and they're just like roasting, like, wow, that person's so skinny. Look at their muscles and stuff. Like, who wants all them muscles?
Well, it says that she's not like super overweight. So like, but the thing is though, is she brought it into the fucking.
Well, her weight obviously affects her if she's.
Yeah, she's overweight to some point, but like, she's the one that brought it up. So like, yeah, you can't expect somebody to just sit there and fucking take it because you're like, oh yeah, if you ate a little bit.
Yeah, you wouldn't need fake boob. That don't even make sense. My wife could be like, you want me to get fake boobs on my back? I'm like, sure. Like, back boobs seem like they'd be weird, but we could try it out and see how it looks.
I'm anti fake boobs for my wife for health reasons, because you're putting a foreign object in your body, and it is not healthy for your body. Your body rejects it.
Technically, if she has a history of breast cancer, it is a great move to get
a history or a mastectomy. But like it's not the fake boob part of it is not good for your body.
Right. Putting anything in your body that's not supposed to be there is usually not
like buckyballs.
Yeah, like buckyballs in the head of your penis. Wow, that new people are like, that's so oddly specific. And I was like, yes, I tried it. I lost them, and then I got them. I tried to convince my girlfriend that no friend would make those type of comments, and she's better off without someone like Amy in her life. My girlfriend still thinks that Amy didn't mean to hurt her with the real woman and Barbie doll comments, and I didn't read the room correctly. She told me she feared Amy not wanting to be friends with her anymore after me creating a rift between them, or after my creating a rift between them. She told me she feared that Amy would not want to be friends with her anymore after I caused a rift between them. He wrote that as a runoff sentence. I was like, there's more, there's nothing. I couldn't get through to her no matter how much I tried. Now, Dylan says I read into things too much, okay? And if, like, you just got this, like, snarky ass big girl who's just like, I want to shit talk everybody. I really feel like this is an instance where, like, dude's just, like, sitting there and he's like, yeah, I love my girl. And he's like, you know, feels some type, probably like an awkward dude, just like a guy who can't read the room correctly. And then her friend just like makes a joke at her. It's like, ha, we always joke, like they always joke like that. They're fucking joking back and forth. And he's just like, you shut your fat goddamn mouth. And she's like, what the fuck? And then they stand up and he's like, bro, it was just a joke. No, it's never a joke. It's never a joke.
Yeah, I think, was that an Am I the Asshole? I think he was the asshole. He kind of blew it out of proportion.
Way out of proportion. And this is a situation too where just because someone's wrong, it does not make the other person right. No. And I hate when people think that shit. You could have two people that are in the wrong.
Well, he could have joked back, and then if it went further, then, you know, keep leveling it up. But the simple, like, saying of, like, yeah, if you ate like a real woman, then you wouldn't need those fake boobs, like, off color. But you could joke back at her, be like, well, you know, I'll take the fake boobs over your real belly. You know, something soft that, like, yes, it definitely, you hit her.
Soft like that big belly, right?
But you hit her, but you don't, like, you goddamn.
He really did. You shut your fat goddamn fucking mouth, bitch. Like, he turned into Samuel L. Jackson immediately.
Like a Southern preacher telling you you're going to hell. All right. Am I the asshole for telling my fiance I don't like her wedding dress?
Yeah.
I mean, it's both your days. Like, you should have I don't care, but it's kind of like...
Well, let's get into it to see why he doesn't like it.
So my fiance, I'm reserving judgment.
Yeah.
So my fiance and I are getting married in 9 months. She's been dress shopping with her girls for months now. She found the dress she loved and bought it and was too excited to keep it secret. She showed me pics. Oh, yeah, you're not even supposed to see it, right?
Yeah, no.
Well, like, superstitious-wise, you're not supposed to see it. She showed me pics of the bridesmaid dresses, and I told her they were very pretty. They matched my groomsmen suits really well. Anyway, she brought her dress out and asked what I thought. I specifically asked her if she wants the God's honest truth and wants me to critique the dress, or if she knows she loves it and just wants to show me. She said she wanted my opinion. She put the dress on and came out of the bathroom, and I would be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed. She's a beautiful woman and looks incredible in anything, of course, but the dress completely dwarfed her and didn't really fit the wedding theme she has worked so hard for. She wanted a foresty, magical, and whimsical type theme.
So then a heavy garment that would make you seem smaller is exactly appropriate.
Flower crowns on the bridesmaid, etc. But she chose a super sparkly dress with a huge skirt, which looks nothing like the simply body-hugging, sexy dresses she had been repeatedly showing me. She picked basically a huge Disney princess dress, and I just didn't like how it looked at all.
That's the forced and whimsical part. I think he's got a wrong idea of how because he was like, yeah, she's gonna wear this like sexy ass dress and it's gonna be so sexy, and that's forced, bro. And she wants this forced party, but then she comes out and she's like, you're dressed like someone you would find in the woods. Yeah, dog, it's a forced wedding. You wear the long skirt. That's the kind of like, think back to seeing somebody in the Shire, okay? Fucking Lord of the Rings, and they have on the fucking the long skirts, the heavier clothes. That's very foresty. You know why? People live in the wilderness. If you wear something that's skin tight, you're not mobile. You are not protected against the elements, dumbass.
I was honest when I told her I didn't like it, and I was surprised she picked it because it doesn't seem to match her, and I just thought it was too much poof and sparkle. She got really quiet and stormed back upstairs, and then stormed out of the house and went to her mom's, texting me saying she couldn't believe I would say I didn't like it, and what a dickhead I am, and has blocked my number. This is our first major fight, and I'm just so annoyed because I asked if she wanted a real opinion, and she said yes. Am I the asshole for telling her that I don't like the dress? Edit to add. Ah, aha. I read my credit card statement. The dress was $9,000. Might help explain the reaction. Oh, you don't like this $9,000 dress, she said? Great, because I can't return it. Probably went through her head. I don't know what to do but sit here and laugh. Is laugh crying a thing? $9,000 dress? Jesus Christ.
Here's the thing, okay? And this is why context matters. And you get somebody telling their own story, but she left crying over you just saying that's what really fucked her up. Or could you have possibly mentioned, well, I thought you was going to be in like this skin tight stuff. Like, you look so frumpy in this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody would understand that you're sexy. And I don't want my family to think that I'm not marrying somebody sexy. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be able to see you, and nobody's going to be jealous. But he's like, it's not the skin tight sexy things
that she was showing him. Well, like, I think that's the thing though, is she showed him a bunch of dresses that she was thinking about getting.
And then he was like, "Ooh, that one's sexy, that one's sexy, that one's sexy."
Well, and I mean, leave the sexy part out. Like, she showed him, these are the dresses that I was planning on getting. And then she comes and has a completely opposite style dress of what she was showing him. So you built it up in his brain that this was the style you were going for. And then you picked something that didn't fit that style and then spent $9,000 on a dress you're going to wear one day. Like,
right. That part's a little bit crazy, but also you got to think dude brain.
I mean, I don't have a normal dude brain. Like, I've got my brain, and
but
my brain.
If they're showing you pictures of, think normal dude brain. Don't think like Dylan right now.
Am I thinking of like a
average
very
dude,
superficial dude that's not marrying a woman because he loves her, but marrying her because she's a hot chick?
It's
then
not
sure.
the dress. It's not the dress that really showed off her body. So I'm going to assume that he's not superficial. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a little bit superficial. You can extrapolate that information from it.
Well, I can extrapolate that, like, she changed, like, she flipped the script on him. She had showed him all these things, and then she did not buy the dress that fit that. Like, I don't think that, I wasn't there, so I don't know their conversation. I don't know that he was upset because she wasn't sexy enough or anything, but, like, she built something up to him and then changed it, which, why the fuck? Like, it wouldn't have mattered on the day. They should have just waited.
That night, taking it off anyways.
Well, and that day, he'd see her down the aisle, and if he actually loves her, he'd still be fucking bawling his eyes out. And
skin tight, sexy ass. But here's the thing: is this is what I guarantee. I guarantee you, she was just like a woman does not have one of anything that they're thinking about. Like, if it's anything, it's never one of something. It is a selection of it. So for a wedding, I can only assume there was a fuck ton that he showed her, and then he's just like, "Oh, that one fucking be sexy in that one. No, get away from that one. You little mama." You know, in his brain, he's seeing all those, but he only fucking keeps the sexy ass ones in mind. And probably that's what he thinks about when he lays down in bed and thinks about marrying her. And like, she's going to be so sexy, and then we're going to have sex. It's so weird to think about the people that wait till marriage. Because that is like something, like, imagine building all that up and then y'all fuck for like 2 minutes. Because y'all ain't fucked. And it's just going to be like, ah.
Well, then instantly after, you go again.
Right. I mean, I guess you would have to. You've not done it before. So.
I mean, if you're that excited and, quick draw, you're going to be back on it again.
Unless it's like a 45-year-old guy, and then you're just like, I'm fucking.
Well, see, my thing with this is, and like, I've dealt with this with my wife, she will say something, and this is the way that she says it, and that's the way it's going to go. And then when it actually happens, she's like, I decided to do this way. I'm like, that's not what you said. And so, like, in my brain, I'm looking back to all the occasions of like, hey, this is how this is going to break down. Okay, cool. And then it's completely different. I'm like, why'd you Why'd you switch it up? So I'm thinking in my brain how that went down.
Right.
You're thinking in like random guy that wants to see because honestly, my wife has dressed very sexy for things and then not as sexy for things. And I still think she's just as sexy either way. And honestly, I don't want to have to deal with a bunch of guys being like, ooh, let me get a piece of that. So I'd rather her not put it all out on display. Not that I'll tell her not to, but I'm just like, yeah, no, you look good in full clothed, but if you want to wear the one that goes down to your fucking
what's the
landing
head wrap
strip
thing that covers the whole body or something?
Oh, the hijab.
Yeah. But if you want to wear one of those, that's fine too.
Yeah, I mean, to each their own.
You have very pretty eyes, my lady.
My wife, she didn't surprise me. She went and got her hair cut, and she said she was getting it cut short, and then she got it cut real short, and I was like, she's like, what do you think? I'm like, looks good. Like, I'm not blowing smoke. I'm not just gonna be like, oh gosh, that's the greatest. But I was like, it looks good. And then I told her, I was like, if you're gonna dye your hair, this would be the time because it's only like 2 inches long. Like you could dye it now, and you can cut it off. It won't be a big deal. And then she did that, and I actually had a bunch of photos that were like in my memories yesterday, and so I sent them to her. And I asked her later, I was like, do you miss your short hair sometimes? She's like, no. Like, I mean, some girls look good, like they're the way that they're facing, and like my wife looks absolutely gorgeous once it's like jaw below, but the short, like weird hairstyles, like, I mean, she shaved the side of her head and had long hair and it looked badass.
My sister and sister-in-law have both done that. They have the side of the head shaved. That's how they always have it. And then it's like
yeah, she was getting like designs and shit put in it. And
no, they weren't doing that. They just looked, like they never touched their hair. And it was like one side was just like a matted, and then the other side it's like all the other side fell out because of the thing that's going on the other side, right? And it's like, no, we did that for
on purpose.
Style. But also too, they're the type of people who's like, we have Viking blood in us. Mm-hmm. And Native American. They're indigenous too. So
yeah,
from what their dad told them.
That's what every white person at least I know, every white person on the East Coast has their 16th Cherokee, Iroquois, something.
Oh my God. And I get, there are some people, yep, cool. But then they do a DNA and they're like, this shit's wrong. Like that, wow. How can a $1 million company be so wrong?
To be a 16th, you'd have to literally grandpa had to be full-blooded Native American in order to get down, or great grandpa would have had to been a full-blooded Native American.
No, it's great. It's grandpa.
Is it?
Yeah, it doesn't go halvesies the way down. Your grandpa would have to be...
Grandpa's full blood, so then that makes it 50% for the next one, and then 25% for the next one.
Right.
And then you'd be a quarter, or an eighth, and then a 16th. So you grandpa to dad, so that's dad, that's grandpa, that's great grandpa, that's great great grandpa. Great great grandpa would have had to been, or grandma.
I'm just looking up the what percentage am I to compute chart to compute degree of Indian blood.
I don't think it's right to call it Indian.
Yeah,
it's
that's
not woke.
Yeah,
and it's not even Native American, right?
It's indigenous now, but I still use Native American because you're talking about the indigenous people who are native to America. So.
What was it called before it was called America?
Fuck if I know. I guess different people called it different things.
What did the people that live here called it?
Different things. Because this is a huge piece of huge swath of land. Half of it was Mexico. Half of it was Canadian. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? Took multiple humongous
It
purchases.
is now, but yeah.
What?
It wasn't before.
What wasn't before?
It wasn't Canada before. It wasn't Mexico before. It was...
Yeah, a lot of it
whatever it was.
Before we came was owned by, I guess the Spanish people who were already in Mexico and the French people who were already in Canada. I guess French people were already in Canada.
No, not till the Pilgrims and all that stuff made their way over here.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up. Was
the white
yeah,
man,
I guess because
Vikings came over before, but
with the 1736 Treaty of Paris, Canada became an English possession. But who owned it before then? Who owned it before then? That's what I want to know.
Indigenous people.
Don't tell me, fuck it. He was like, oh, you want an answer to something specific? Here's an answer that don't go with anything. Here's your answer that has nothing to do with whatever the fuck you're thinking about.
Oh,
but yeah, it was called different things by different people. So it's, I mean, I feel like, you know what I'm saying?
Not me.
If I say Native American, I'm not gonna be like, oh God. I will try to say indigenous, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be respectful, but y'all can't just be like, call us this name for like a decade. Stop calling us that. I can't not do it. I was gonna make a real funny joke, but you know what? Last week's episodes had a lot of hint of racism, so we're going to take a step back with the mic jokes and keep rolling forward.
I'm going to read a 2D JB submission.
Pretty sure it's my turn.
No, you read the wedding dress one, right?
No.
That was me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then I'll give you one of these.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. This is a bite size. And then Dylan's just like, I got a fucking 5-page behemoth.
I forgot about it. 3-page.
Am I the asshole for talking about my aunt? Oh, okay. All right. Am I the asshole for talking about my aunt's watermelon ass?
What?
Yeah, that's what threw me off. Like mid reading that, I was like, oh, well, I wasn't expecting that in the title. Jesus Christ!
Did she get like watermelon tattooed on there to like show the shape?
I don't know.
I've never seen a watermelon shaped ass.
Me neither. I guess I have. Yeah. I guess I've seen a watermelon shaped ass. I like the negative asses. Not that I like them. It's just I like when I see people with that because I'm like, what happened? Where it's like the butt's sucked in and then they got the thing on the front.
Mm.
So it's like the butt sucked in and then came out on the other end. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. And then they'll have like 12 kids. And I'm like, that's crazy. That's crazy. It keeps happening.
That front butt.
Front butt. Yeah, there you go. Front butt. I don't have an ass, but I don't have a front butt. So I am thankful.
A fupa. Front, fat, upper.
Pussy area.
Pelvic area.
Yeah, I got a fupa. I ain't got no pussy. So.
Pelvic.
My son and his friend put up a tire swing in the front yard for my grandchild. I posted a picture of me swinging on it on Facebook. My aunt, dad's sister, commented on saying, I hate skinny people. I'm not.
What's up with all the skinny shaming?
I don't fucking know. I don't think this happens. Like, I've never seen it. Like, it's like, I've seen people talk shit about fat people.
I've seen people,
trans people, gay people, all these people. I have never just been like, these skinny motherfuckers.
I've seen people talk about like string bean, like very, 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 very skinny people. But I've never seen just like an
string
average
bean motherfucker.
You fat piece of shit.
You skinny string bean piece of shit.
And then the next one is like, you fat motherfucker.
You fat piece of shit.
Just calm down. Just calm down.
Calm down.
Did you see that one that I sent you with the guy from Whitest Kids, you know? It was on YouTube, but it was a dad and the daughter was going out to prom and he's like, whatever you do to her, I will do to you. And then he's like, yeah. And then I played with her tits for a minute. And so the dad basically screws the daughter's date, but she didn't actually hook up with him at all.
That's so good. Oh, really? Now, I'm not one for Facebook drama. So instead of commenting back, I called her. I basically said that I don't care. I basically said that I don't talk about her watermelon ass, so she shouldn't be talking about my weight. It just feels like she posted this so she could talk about somebody. Like, oh, wow, you're attacking my skinniness, you fat lord ass, fat fuck, fat tubby, fat fucker. You said that I look like I look good in all clothing, so that's picking on my you fat fucking lord ass, health disease, fat fuck, fucking fatty fat fuck. That's what it feels like right now. She just commented saying, I hate skinny people. So she's like, look here, you watermelon having ass bitch. Watermelon ass having ass bitch. That's just don't roll off the tongue. Now all of my aunts, 5 of them, are mad are mad at me because apparently skinny people can't be body shamed, and that I should have told her first that I don't like those comments instead of straight out calling her out on her watermelon ass like I did. I don't think I'm the asshole because it's not like I told her that I'm skinny because my sisters and I have always exercised more, so we didn't inherit the family watermelon ass. But skinny is also something that I didn't have to really work for. It's just how I am. Edit to add, I accept that everybody is an asshole verdict, but I'm going to take that to mean I suck, and so do all 5 of my aunts. If I'm going down, they're all going down with me. It's like going to a small town Walmart. I swear to God, Reddit is just like that. I'll be feeling down sometimes, and I read these stories, and I'm just like, it could be worse. It could be. I could be that person. Like, I could be that person. I could be a member of that family. And I'm just like, wow, I'm not. So
yeah, that was a everybody sucks moment.
Nice. Fucking Looney Tunes, man.
Yeah.
Like Looney Tunes.
Who publicly on Facebook's like, I hate skinny people?
You fat watermelon having ass bitch.
But like, who's gonna start that fight? Like, I hate skinny people.
And so I called her up and I told her exactly how I felt about her. And your husband, he slept with me. That's right.
We'll be on Jerry Springer to
My
determine
baby,
whether
that's just how it feels like. Once I hear a story like that, I'm just Jerry.
So this one is a submission. We've now fixed the submission link on mikeanddylan.com. MikeandDylan.com. Mike is going to come up with a really good jingle for us. But we have fixed the submission form, so now it is very easy to know which show you're submitting for. And also, we allow you to put in a name, so you can put your real name or a fake name. I put in, as the example, Bob, We Oughta Baby Eats a Boy. It's from like 1990 Geico, or I think it's Geico.
Oughta Baby Eats a Boy?
Yeah.
It was Bob. They had a baby. It's a boy.
It was a Geico commercial, I think. Rather than save money on collect calls, save money on car insurance.
My password actually came from the one with the 5 in it. I don't use this one anymore, but I'm still not going to say the whole one.
Hack it.
Right, yeah. But that one came from a Verizon commercial where he was like trying to say the number real quick before it went to voicemail or something like that.
My brother used to always call my mom like that with collect. He'd call collect. He'd be like, hey, it's Matt, call me. And so then she'd call him back since she had long distance and he did not. Because back in the day, kids, you used to be charged if you called people in your very, very local area. You did not get charged extra. But the second that you tried to call across county lines or state lines, you had to pay extra money for those phone calls because they were
stupid.
Long distance. And then there was also
they required more telephone power.
It was free after 9, so I could talk on my cell phone after 9. But if I talked before 9, and I had to hang up the phone call if I called before 9, so that it would then break into the next day or break into the
9
free
o'clock
times.
Time,
yeah. Back in olden days. Title: Am I the asshole for sharing text messages from one coworker who was lying to another coworker? So I, 19 female, started working at a new job. I would consider myself very social, so I quickly became cool with a lot of the people that work at this job. I just love that our listeners can write a story that is not incoherent.
Are we sure this is listener submitted and not just like, here's a story I want to show you?
I'm pretty sure it's a story.
Because my favorite thing is like, am I the asshole for pretty much saying, dog, if you don't hit this bitch, then that makes you a bitch, and I'm gonna have to hit you.
Have we gotten those?
Yeah, anytime someone is like, look at these text messages, look what they said. Now you a bitch if you don't hit them.
So after 2 months of working, there's a guy, let's call him Chris, a 26 male, asked me if I wanted to go to the fair with him and some other coworkers. I said, sure. It was me and 6 of our coworkers and one coworker's best friend. Before this incident, Chris did open up to me about liking a coworker. Let's call her April, 28 female. He said that she knows, but she doesn't want to get with him, and he keeps saying that it's his weight. Yes, he is on the larger side, but it was the way he was acting. He was super persistent at getting at her, and she kept on telling him she only sees him as a friend. Then, when a handful of us were on a phone call before the fair, a girl was talking about her ass and she was making everyone feel uncomfortable. So I fired back with saying, I have got bigger tits than ass, and she got pissed off. I was saying it as a joke, but I guess she took it far up her ass. Then at the fair, Chris had confessed to me that he was staring at my ass when I was showing the girls the bows on my pants.
So not only fat, but weird. If you're going to be fat, you got to not be weird. If you're going to be weird, you probably
Gotta not
shouldn't
be fat.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and I mean, he could have looked at her ass without confessing that he was staring at her ass. That's where the weird comes in. About a couple weeks later, we had ended up going to the beach, and this time it was just me, Chris, 3 coworkers, and a coworker's stepbrother. We were all having a blast until I noticed that a coworker, let's call her Alexa.
Hey, Google.
Hey, Siri.
What is bukkake?
Had to get him. All right. I asked Chris, this girl seemed upset. I asked Chris, did I do something to upset her? Because she was always left where all of our stuff was when we went inside the ocean, and she was also left behind so we can pay for our parking tickets. All of us took 3 separate cars. I asked Chris that because I felt like I maybe said something to make her or her man upset when I was making jokes with the others. Chris told me, I don't know. Later on, he told me that the reason why Alexis was upset was because her man, let's call him Alexander, told her she couldn't go in the beach when she asked if she can go in with her underwear and her bathing suit top. She forgot her bottom piece of her bathing suit. I mean, a bathing suit is that's underwear.
Panties, yeah, right?
I was like, oh, okay. But for some reason, out of nowhere, the 2 A's had stopped talking to me. They had this distance, and I felt some type of tension that they had between me, like they were bothered or uncomfortable.
No, baby, you can't go into the ocean with your panties on. They might get a faint look at your ass and or bush. Don't do it. God. What if they see it and then you see them seeing it and then y'all have sex and then I'm like, I got cheated on. Fuck. Continue.
I was confused, and I kept on questioning Chris to tell me what was wrong and why they were upset with me. Chris said, I don't know, but I will ask her what happened. Then Chris told me, don't tell her I told you, but she said that at the beach she felt like you were flirting with Alexander and she wants you to say I'm sorry. I said, how the fuck was I flirting? And he goes, I don't know, but they get very jealous of each other, but don't tell her I told you.
Obviously.
I kept on telling him to ask her, and when I kept on telling Chris to talk to her about what was wrong, he kept telling me, I don't know, but she keeps saying you flirted with Alexander. And from there, I started coming up with my own conclusions of maybe I was the only other girl there, that's why she got jealous, maybe because I was wearing a 2-piece, maybe because I was going in the ocean with everyone, including her man, and she wasn't. Like, so many things were getting into my head, but I had never flirted with him. You got something? Or no?
No, that's just fucking hilarious. You can't go in the. I'm gonna go in the ocean with the girl in the bikini though.
Yeah, I don't. It just seems like there's like, I mean, if you brought shorts, you could just wear shorts. Like, I mean, there's a million ways you could go in. Like, I don't get it. I mean, go in naked.
Right. Oh God.
I have always spoken to Alexander right in front of her because there was never any reason for me to talk to him, but just a simple, hey, how are you? It got to the point where I had gotten tired and I just simply told Chris I was going to text her, and I start telling him how I was going to text her, and he goes, okay, but don't say this or that. I go, okay, and I text her a small, simple paragraph saying things like, hey, not to be rude, but if you felt a certain way about me, why not come up to me and tell me how you felt? I miss you, and stuff like that. She then goes and tells me in a paragraph that I was a good friend and I should know what I did because I told Chris at the beach. Is she mad at me? This is her.
All right, yeah.
Is she mad at me because I'm flirting with Alexander? I was shocked as fuck. My mouth was to the fucking floor. I was pissed because all of this time Chris was telling me that she felt like I was the one flirting with her man at the beach. I go on this whole talk that was about 4 paragraphs long about how I would never do that Chris was the one that told me that she felt like I was flirting with Alexander and wanted me to tell her I'm sorry. I sent her screenshots of me and Chris's convos after the beach. Alexa told me that she was told the complete opposite and said that she never thought I was flirting with Alexander.
Damn, Chris.
Come on, Chris.
Chris is just a fat weirdo dick.
He's just looking for that morsel.
Yeah, he's trying to break up old girl, I guess, because isn't that the one he loves or something like that?
Maybe.
I don't fucking know. There's so many names in this.
Well, I tried to... The name that triggers the robot is like 15 times per paragraph, so I'm not just going to keep going on it.
Right.
I've tried to think of another... Maybe I'll say like Alicia. So we have now changed the robot's name to Alicia. No, I'm just... that will trigger it too. It's like very...
Alexa, just you get Axel.
Doesn't, yeah. Like you'll be... That's the weird thing is we'll be talking and we'll say nothing even close to her name. And she's like, I couldn't find that. And I was like, bitch, I wasn't talking to you. Like what? Like I get that you're supposed to be listening for your wake word, but holy shit, like just let the adults talk without you butting in.
Hey, Google, show me the old 2005 image of a blue waffle.
Ooh, that one's a rough one. I mean, you might as well have had them search 2 girls.
Safe search off.
All right, we talked things out, and then Chris texted me and told me that why would I send messages to Alicia when I should have kept them to myself? And he said that at the beach, I did say, does Alicia think I'm flirting? I go, bro, you're telling Alicia that I did say I was flirting with Alexander, but I didn't officially say anything until after the beach when you said they were jealous of each other. That's when I said, oh, did she think I was trying to flirt with Alexander because I was the only other girl? Chris goes on this whole like 8-minute rant that I am mixing his words, and then I got blocked. I thought it was weird. He got mad because he has told me other things about my body he told other things about my body that I never got upset about. All caps.
Uh-huh.
He has talked about my boobs, my ass, and kept on complimenting that I was pretty.
He's a weird fucking dude.
But always said after those comments, don't think I'm trying to flirt with you or get at you.
What a loser. That's a loser. Good job being a pussy, Chris.
I was like, what the fuck?
If you're going to at least say it with some goddamn bass in your voice. Stick your chest out a little bit. Say you meant it. Don't be being like, I'm just kidding. It's like Wolfbeard when he does it. And he's like, when he does it in the, oh my God, girl, them breasts look immaculate. Like, dude, you're being weird.
You're a bitch.
Yeah, you're a bitch too, because you can't even, like, you're saying it in a goofy way. Like, so you could have, plausible deniability. Like, oh, I really wasn't doing it. God, I can't feel rejected right now.
And then you cause your own rejection. Like you caused that to happen.
Chris is giving heavy virgin vibes.
Yeah. After this whole situation, he was moving out of the state for I don't know what. For his goodbye gathering, my coworker, let's call him Max, who is a good coworker of mine and has been by my side from this whole situation, told me that at the gathering, Chris was distant, but ended up telling Max that I told Chris that Max wanted to fight him, and that is why he kept his distance from Max.
No, he was like, look, Max is, don't go around Max. He's a bad guy.
He's got a dong and charisma.
Yeah, right. He's a normal looking fella.
Max didn't believe him because before this incident, Max had started talking to a coworker of ours and they had feelings for each other, and Chris ended up telling the girl to not believe Max because he is still not over his ex, who is also a coworker. This is an incestuous co-working space. I will say that.
Jesus Christ.
Everybody's fucking everybody.
Right. Except Chris.
Chris
is fucking nobody.
Well, he's actually fucking everybody by not fucking everybody.
Right. Yeah. He's trying to fuck everybody, and then also trying to fuck everybody. Yeah. So. Imagine being the one guy at work that's not getting pussy. Fuck.
So he said that he's still not over his ex, who is also a coworker of ours, and started telling the girl to basically not get her hopes up. The girl ended up coming up to me and asking if any of that was true. If Max wasn't over his ex, I told her that I wasn't going to spill any of Max's ex relationship because that isn't my place. That's what you do.
Right.
But to talk to Max about it. But Max does really like you. Trust me. That reassured her a bit. I told Chris that it wasn't his place to tell Max. I don't really understand that statement. I told Chris that it wasn't his place to tell Max, people that like Max, about his ex. And why would he do that? And Chris told me I shouldn't be talking because I was with half a roster before getting with my current man. Damn, slut shaming too. On top.
God, he's just like, she's fucking everybody but me.
I said, if me saying guys are cute are me being with half a roster, then so be it. But at least I'm not stuck on the same girl for months, knowing damn well she doesn't like me, and complimenting a girl's body over and over again, and thinking that if you say, don't think I'm hitting on you, would save it. I, of course, showed Max the messages, and Max believed me. And since Max believed me, Chris told everyone that me and Max were together in secret. Max said that multiple people asked him if we were together, and he would respond with, no, she has a boyfriend. Now Chris is dating his high school bully, from what I was told. So am I the asshole for sharing text from one coworker who was lying to another coworker? I just want to say,
I don't think Chris is dating anybody.
Thank goodness.
Hey,
Chris
I date somebody, but she goes to another school.
I just want to say, thank goodness Chris is moving out of state so you guys don't have to work with such a shit stain. Because he, like, and I'm surprised that any of you people fuck with Chris. Like, why would you believe anything that he's ever said once one of these stories comes out?
It was like the first one happened, and then the second one happened, and we still have a third incident going on, and it's like, well, who's telling the... Not Chris. Chris is an instigating little bitch. If this was a viewer-submitted, actual viewers, like, if a viewer wrote this, send us a picture of Chris. Look, we ain't going to put it on the podcast, but we, too, enjoy judging. I have an idea of what Chris looks like in my mind, okay? So... like, he's not like fat. He's probably a little bit taller. Probably got the
Hunchback.
It kind of rounds down, you know what I'm saying? Goes down with the skinny legs. He's got the fucking, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't have like a gullet, but he has like the neck that just kind of goes into a non-existent like jawbone. But he probably has like the big kind of dimples, because dimples kind of take away from somebody's fatness. Like if you're fat and you got dimples, like people are like I accept more weight on you because of the dimples. It's fine.
Why do you got to dimples?
I'm gonna say blonde hair and acne scars. Why
do you got to come at dimples?
What do you mean?
Why do you got to come at him? Like what's wrong with dimples?
Santa Claus, I don't know.
They make people look happy and jolly.
They do. They make you photogenic as fuck. Anytime me and Dylan's anywhere and they're like, oh, Mike and Dylan smile. I'm like, I'm not smiling next to goddamn this fucking Gerber baby. Like, so Dylan's smiling. I look like I'm about to kidnap somebody. I got somebody waiting in my van. Or it's just a Civil War-esque picture because I can't smile. And I think I am. So I'm just sitting there like.
Yeah, you are a very straight-smiled guy.
Yeah, I just can't do it.
I don't smile often. My daughter actually is like, Dad, why don't you laugh? I was like, I do when things are funny, just not all the time. I save them up.
If you use them all willy-nilly, then they lose their pristine. They lose their preciousness, and you can't do that. That was awesome. That was definitely a dope user-submitted story. If you want to submit more stories, even if it's not one that you came up with, you were just like, I want to hear this on the podcast.
Just don't do an AI one, please.
You could send it to mikeanddylan.com, mikeanddylan.com. Try to lay off the heavier subjects, please. Because last time we did this, they were just like, oh, we gotcha. Rape. And it was just like, whoa, fuck. And now it's hard to be funny, though we still tried.
If you don't follow the podcast, go ahead and hit the subscribe and or like, and then share it with a friend. Or your mom is what Mike will say next, because he thinks moms really like this podcast. I don't think moms like this podcast.
Because she deserves a laugh. Guys, we love you so much. Thank you for hanging out with us, and we will see you next time.
Later.